when my dad was talking on stage, he's giving vows to you. It's really easy for somebody to write vows and to be sort of disingenuous about them. You know, like you can say, oh, I'll be here for you forever, through thick and thin, right? And you might have those intentions, but to actually practice that, to go through that, it's a totally different story, right? Anybody who's been married or in a committed relationship for any amount of time knows that. My dad has demonstrated, like time and time again, that he is willing to do whatever it takes to make you happy. And I've honestly never seen that in him. Like no, I haven't. And literally, like growing up, like I have a lot of things I can say about this guy that like makes him look real bad. And he knows that. Like I've been really honest with him growing up. Like you're kind of a dick, you know. Like, you are. And I want to like, yeah. But I really wanted to take this moment to like talk about the good things about you. I don't feel like I've really like done a lot of that. And just everything you said in those vows, like I've seen you do that. Especially the thing you said about being patient with you when you're being saucy. I don't know if anybody knows this, but they live with us right now because they sold their condo. She's very saucy. Okay? I mean, oh my God. My dad would just sit here and go, honey, it's gonna be okay. I love you, it's gonna be okay. And she goes, it's true. I wish I was exaggerating, I'm not. It's true. I love you, Andrea, but you're a fucking cracker. But anyway, I don't want to make this speech too long. I just want to say that I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. Like I see the way that you love my dad. You know, I'm like, fuck, my dad was gonna find somebody. Like to love him, like you know how many hours he spent building this wall in my garage? You know how many times she was like, I wish Dave was in the house. She's like not out there building the wall. But she dealt with it. Because she knew what this meant to him. You know, she knew that this was going to make him happy. And look at this. Right?
What a wizard, Harry!
Yeah, he is a wizard. So, in short, I love you guys. You guys are perfect for each other. The amount of love you guys show for each other is truly inspiring. And I mean that. I'm not just blowing smoke. I really, truly mean that. And cheers.
I don't know if y'all like touch that, but you guys know that that's made out of wood element. Yeah, that was amazing. A lot of time alone with my cat.
Unlike Andrew, I have my phone. And I'm Kat. I'm her maid of honor. And Andrew and I have been friends for 3 decades, so 30 years. It's with honor and joy. And I stand up here next to my best friend as she moves into the next phase of her life of marriage. From day one, Andrea and I were an instant connection. We met at her oldest son's first birthday party, and I was pregnant with my oldest son, who sits there. We bonded together right away, worked to figure out how to be young mothers together. We've been through so much, hard times in our lives, accidents, breakups, emotions, mental breakdowns. She even got sick with me on my 21st birthday, but I'm not going to go too much into that. But that's a story for another time, as I just said. We shared a lot of tears and a lot more laughter, and I know that I would not be the person I am today without her. I am proud of the person that she's become and the life that she has chosen for herself. And I'm also happy to say that she's a sister that I've had to choose. I remember a ladies' trip to the coast with Andrea and another friend of ours, Nikki, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. She told us about this new guy she met. Nikki and I weren't sure of this new guy, and instantly went into PI mode and had to know everything about him. We needed to know who he was and if what she said was true. David, you're everything Andrea talked about. During the time I've known you, you're quirkiness, you're funny, you're a talented craftsman that does amazing things. And let's not forget that you're awfully dirty. But in a great way. Being who you are has brought the best out of Andrea. She laughs and smiles with you more than I've ever seen. Andrea gets to truly be cat-loving self, empathetic, caring, nerdy self with you. I read something somewhere that says, love is a friendship that has caught fire. So may your fire stay strong, may your fire stay strong and bright and filled with love and laughter for many years to come. And here's to my best friend and her new best friend, to the bride and groom. This son of mine has been one of the most generous people I've known in my life. When he was 5 years old, he begged me for things at the grocery store and then would run next door and give them away to the next kid. He has such talent and always has. Very inventive. Sometimes to the point of dangerousness.
Kids, don't put things in the outlets.
That's right. Don't cut holes in the walls that might have wires in them. Just so you can make a cubby hole or something. But generous as can be, and creative, and just a wonderful spirited person. And I'm glad to see you as a wonderful woman.
Glad for you to be
Anybody want to make her cry?
I would like to say something very quick, especially to Andrea. So, I don't know if anyone knows this, but I am the spawn of this man. And my dad kind of went through a rough patch in his life where he had to really reflect on himself. And my relationship with him was not always the best during that time. I will say though, the second this lady came into his life, it was like a 180 in the best way possible. Because there's something so particular about Andrea. She wants family. She's very family oriented. And I think that she brought the best parts of my dad out when they started dating. And I love them both so much. They are you guys are perfect for each other. You guys are seriously thank you for making him a better man. And I'm sure you've made her a better woman. But you guys balance each other out so well. So I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that when you're in a relationship, the best thing that you can do is make each other better. And I really, truly, honestly think that they've made each other better. So everybody, let's cheers to that. I love you. You're my stepmommy now. Hi, I'm Deanna. I am David's daughter-in-law. I don't really know. Also not her daughter-in-law. And I didn't really rehearse this, but I will say, this couple is amazing. Something that some of you guys are here for Andrea. Well, you guys are all here for everybody, but those of you that know Andrea and those of you that know David know that they are very much so. They're similar, but they're also very opposite. You guys are meeting you guys, Andrea, you are so outgoing. You are so, what's the word? So expressive. And David, you are, those of you that don't know, this wall behind David, he did build it absolutely from scratch. The gears, everything, he carved it all, he's a woodworker. But that being said, Andrea levels out Dave in a sense. If Dave is focused on one thing and he'll go another way, Andrea is the one that reels him back in. And when Andrea is so overwhelmed with emotion, or she loves. Andrea loves to love people. When she feels like she's overwhelmed or when any emotion is too high, Dave's the one that he grounds Andrea. And so you have this balance, kind of like yin and yang, of like, you have the calm and you have the person who calms the storm, and then you have the person who, if the storm, is too calm, she'll come in and she'll jazz it right up. And so they really do balance each other out, and kind of like the balance what Kestra was saying, David's daughter. We're so thankful for you, Andrea. Yeah, and those of you, Andrea is more like, I don't know, she's like a mom to those who don't have one, or she wants to love on people, and yeah, I don't know, that's my speech, I guess. So thank you guys. Yeah.
Hello, we're probably going to cry here more in a second too, so can I continue to say it too. My main goal is to make David cry, let's see how that goes. I always, when my mom first started dating David, I always told him that marriage was probably out of the question. I don't think my mom was ever going to get married again. He always told me he's never going to give up. He's always going to try to marry my mom. I always told him in the beginning, we had talks in the car, it was just me and David all the time. And it's kind of hard on me too, because I kind of grew up without like a father figure in my life, I always said. And honestly, it feels like David has been that father figure in my life. Even when they first started dating, he just gave his heart to me as well as a kid. I was sick. My mom wasn't around because she was at work, and I just asked him to pick up medicine from the store for me, and he just went out of his way. It wasn't taking that long, it was only like a month or two, and he still went out of the way to a person he barely knew, and just went up to the store and got me medicine. Or he knows about ear medicine for my earache. But again, the detective is his heart to everybody, and he's probably the first person that I've actually done all day that I'm actually proud to call my dad. So. There's another gentleman over there that
Boom, that's me.
Hi guys. Well, I mean, don't know me, I'm Jordan, and I am Andrew's best friend. Where are you? Oh, hi. I've known this family, the previous Owen family, Papa, for, gosh dang, like 17 years now? Long time, when Andrew and I were little kids. And this is so exciting to me in so many different ways. I know how Dave is, and I know his dedication in life, how hard he works, and I know he's going to carry that on to his marriage. And it's so important that, like, you're just really stuck for you. I've seen you go through high, lows, solids in life, and you've always been there for me in so many ways. Mentorship, we've had great conversations, and the dedication this guy has to just people that he loves is so clear and strong. And that's going to carry on to your marriage. Andrea, and I love you, and you're an excellent combination. And it's just, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Very nice. Beautiful. But I just want to say congratulations. Publicly, I'm just very excited for you. Pretty publicly. That's all. Enjoy yourself.
How's my mother over here? I'm Tony. Nice to meet you all. And in the past few years, I've seen her go have a lot of ups and lows, like everybody does in life. And I gotta admit, it's come around a long way since they first met. And David's always been around, helped me out a lot more than anybody else in my life, if anyway. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing so good the past couple of years. And I appreciate it. You being here, for both of us. Thank you.
Good evening, all. I'm Andrea's sister. She's mainly directed to her. She's always been known for famous Miss Sally. 50 cat at one time, I remember. And I remember when dated her pregnant teen in his life. Wasn't too sure about him. But you know what? His own cookiness, his honesty, character, kind of grew on me. And you know what? I believe that this marriage will be a very happy one, and successful one. Yeah, we all have our ups and downs, but you know what? That's life, that's how we grow, that's how we stick together, through thick and thin. And my sister, the one who's been there for all of us in one way or another, who's always been there. You did, I understand you did. Even when I didn't want it. But you know what? It meant she had a shoulder to cry on. It's like a marriage. Sometimes you just need that little support from one another and help high. When we're low, when we're high, like I said earlier. I want to say thank you for being part of our life. Congratulations. You go.